Oh my goodness, you guys have just seen last week the first part of our Beaufort, South Carolina. Yes,
Still haven't figured that one out.
South Carolina adventure, but we have got so much more to show you, so we'll hope you hang around and check it out with us.
Plus, more epic drone footage.
Yes, it is very epic. We are at the Parris Island Museum and we are getting ready to head in, see what it's about. I don't know much about it. I just know that it's probably full of marine stuff.
Yeah. Now, it is on Parris Island Marine Recruit Station, so call first to see if you can even get on base if you don't have a military ID. And if you're a retiree, you may want to call too, because depending on what health protection level they're in, they may only let retirees on certain days of the week. Okay, the sign says, "Are you marine strong? Can you lift this pack?" All day, baby, all day. Well, we made it through the museum.
The Parris Island Museum.
Yeah, at Parris Island Marine Corps Recruit Station on Parris Island, South Carolina. That's a lot of Parrises. Not to be confused with Paris, France, or more importantly, Paris, Texas. It was a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff in there, as you saw.
I thought it was neat about the Union soldiers. Just, you know, when they left all the slaves behind. 8,000, because they considered it contraband. I mean, the slaves, they took over, made their way. It was pretty interesting to see that they were very resilient and eventually became freedmen. And so it's neat that this area has shown that in different places, because we've been a couple places around here and they've shown how they were very resilient and strong through that time.
Yep.
And then also how they carried on.
Yeah, but the Parris Island Museum kind of took you through the history of the Marine Corps from the Revolutionary War through today, with some emphasis, of course, on training, on recruit training throughout the decades. They'd have a lot of artifacts, but they were more general. You know, like this was an enlisted uniform, this was an officer's uniform. For the picture of the raising of the Iwo Jima flag,
that was pretty
now, that
cool.
was cool. Now, if you couldn't read the inscription underneath of that flag, I'm going to say it real quick. That photograph was made from the original negative of that photograph. So it's not a copy of the photograph. It's just actually another print of that. And then all of the living members of that battalion signed it. And that's what all the signatures were, if you couldn't read the plaque underneath.
Pretending that we can vlog out here.
It's pretty windy.
It's pretty windy.
I guess we'll see how good this little dead squirrel deck cat thing works.
Yep, we're just testing.
Where are we at? What's the name of this place, town?
We're in Port Royal, South Carolina.
Yep.
I like Port Royal. It's a cute little town. We just had some of the best pizza at Port Island Pizza.
Highly recommended.
Yep.
Now we're just hanging out on the pier
We're gonna take a sunset walk.
at sunset.
It is a little windy here, but we're hoping maybe you can hear us without too much wind. And we have climbed one flight of stairs.
And that's it for me.
But it actually is a really pretty view. I'll flip it around. I made it another flight up. Here we go. So we are out here today at the Dillon Hall, which is part of the National Historic Park, and it is one of their places that is actually open. It is partially part of Penn Center and the brick church across the street where the slaves had built the church, which is the first school. And then once they were freed, it just grew. This particular portion, Dillon Hall, is like the community center and is in Penn Center, and they run that. And that is closed due to COVID. The National Park Service runs this, so it is open. It was really neat to go through here to talk with the park rangers. They really love to be able to share the information, so if you have the opportunity, come by. It's a really neat experience.
this is our last stop of Beaufort time. I don't know, maybe we saved the best for last. We're going on a tour.
It's a kazoo tour. We're gonna see how they make kazoos.
At the Kazoo Factory, which is probably a better place to do this than like Piano Factory. They probably don't do many kazoos there.
Or the Oyster Factory.
Or the Oyster Factory, exactly. This is a paid event, but we're gonna go check it out because we've already paid for it and see what happens. Let's go.
So welcome to Kazoo. My name is Boone, like Daniel Boone, but without the Daniel part, just the Boone part. So if you have any questions during the tour, feel free to raise your hand, or you can interrupt me. For those of us who can't raise their hand, or speak up, if you want to bark, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them as best I can. And I'm definitely going to ask if I can pet that dog later. We are the largest manufacturer of plastic kazoos in America. We do about 5,000 kazoos every day. We do about 1 million kazoos every year, give or take. And we ship them all around the world. When we get our kazoo from our manufacturing plant down in Florida, we get our bodies and our caps separately. We get our resonating pieces, our little resonating pieces. Let me pull it up so you can see it. So we get our bodies and our caps separately. Our little resonating piece, this is a little piece inside my kazoo that vibrates when I hum, sing, or talk. So without this little guy right here, our kazoo does not work. We get this little guy out from New Jersey. I always like to go over the rule with the kazoo just in case, especially for me because sometimes I embarrass myself. Well, that one rule is that you don't blow air into your kazoo. If you blow air into your kazoo expecting sound, you will not get any sound out of your kazoo. So if you blow air, no sound at all. So what you have to do is you have to create a sound yourself. You have to hum, sing, or talk in order to get it to work. So if you go, ooh, ah, that's how you get your sound. So this is pretty much the corner where we make all of our kazoos. We don't need a lot of space back here. The rest of the space we have is mostly inventory space for our bodies and our caps, musical instruments that we sell here and whatnot.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with sparkly pink with a white cap.
Sparkly pink with a white cap. Now look. Oh, it looks tasty. It looks like a strawberry with cream. Well done, ma'am. Well done. Well done.
I'm gonna do white.
Sir?
With green.
Dark green or the light green?
Light.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. Doesn't work with a mask.
Well, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun, actually. Learned a lot about kazoos. I had no idea what a history the kazoo had. And got to make one too, so.
I thought you blew through them. From my childhood, I remember blowing through them, but you can't blow through them.
No. Speak, hum, or sing. In other words, you got to make some vibrations with your mouth. So anyway,
I might be annoying somebody with my
this
kazoo.
was definitely not what I expected for this trip. I didn't even know this thing existed, so it's pretty cool. And we've had a great time here, 2 weeks here in the Beaufort, South Carolina area. We've seen a lot, done a lot, as you guys have seen. You've made it all the way through this video. And now we're on to our next stop.
Yep.
So come join us on our next adventure.
See you there.
Bye.